cocaine, alcohol in her system, beer in the car at a .20. If I remember correctly, this is a DWI, and there's a fatality as a result.
Yes, sir.
Can you please read to me what happened?
Yes, sir. This crash happened back on December 24th of last year. Officers were advised of a four-vehicle crash at 5:37 a.m. on the 6300 block of I-45 South here in Harris County. Investigators observed massive damage on a Chrysler, indicating a head-on impact, massive force damage on a Mitsubishi.
Basically, what it's saying is that I-45 in Houston is the most dangerous roadway, freeway. I'm sorry, in the United States. Just because my face is on the other side, so you might not see it. So, but it says the most dangerous freeway in the United States. I've never been to Houston. Well, a lot. I've been to Houston one time. Never been on 45. I went there for a little bit, to be honest. I went by there. I'm there for like I think 45 minutes. I was going through Houston, to be honest, but
Indicating a T-bone impact to the driver's side. Officers spoke with a HFD firefighter who was on his way to work and observed the Chrysler strike the Mitsubishi. The Chrysler cut in front of him, causing him to swerve to the right and hit an Amazon truck. He states that this defendant was the driver and sole occupant of the Chrysler, and the driver of the Amazon truck confirms the wheel witness's story and stated that he clipped the Chrysler as he was coming to a stop. The complainant was taken to the hospital where she was pronounced deceased. Officers observed an unopened beer can in the driver's seat of the Chrysler. This defendant stated that she was the driver and that she struck the vehicle. They observed a strong odor of alcohol on her breath, red glassy eyes, and slurred speech. She was transported to the hospital, and a DRE arrived, and she was Mirandized and she waived her rights. She stated that an SUV was stopped in a lane and she tried to swerve to avoid hitting it and then crashed into the other vehicle. She admitted to consuming 4 to 5 12-ounce twisted teas and smoking marijuana.
And alcohol in the car while she's driving?
Yes, sir. SFSTs were done. She scored 6 out of 6 on the HGN. She did not have vertical gaze nystagmus, and officers observed a lack of convergence. They were not able to do the walk and turn and one leg stand due to her injuries of a broken arm and sternum. There was a blood warrant and residual search warrant that were done, and her blood, Your Honor, came back at a .025 for ethanol, and she had
0.205.
Yes, 025, yes, sir. And then she had marijuana and cocaine in her system.
And what's the offer that you have worked out?
We worked out an 18-month probation offer with 7 days as a condition, Your Honor.
I don't think that's enough. The fact that there's a dead body in this case, why is it not an intoxication?
It's a causation issue, Judge. We looked at it for an upgrade, is my understanding, because the other vehicle was on the roadway. Legally speaking, there's a causation problem, Judge, so that's why we came to the agreement that we have the families on board.
I'm not interested. Sorry, I'm not gonna take it. You have a dead body here. She has cocaine in the system. She's got.
did I miss something here? I'm sorry if I'm going back. I apologize. He said there's a dead body here. I was thinking like maybe she lost her baby and she's just rubbing her stomach because she just feels some certain way. I'm gonna go back some. I apologize, but I'm very confused too. They said probation, and he's saying that it's a dead body involved. So I'm very confused about what she just said. Let me go back.
Is a story and stated that he clipped the Chrysler as he was coming to a stop. The complainant was taken to the hospital where she was pronounced deceased. Officers observed an unopened beer can in the driver's seat of the Chrysler. This defendant stated that she was the driver and that she struck the vehicle. They observed a strong odor of alcohol on her breath, red glassy eyes, and slurred speech. She was transported to the hospital, and a DRE arrived, and she was Mirandized and she waived her rights. She stated that an SUV was stopped in a lane and she tried to swerve to avoid hitting it and then crashed into the other vehicle. She admitted to consuming 4 to 5 12-ounce twisted teas and smoking marijuana.
And alcohol in the car while she's driving?
Yes, sir. SFSTs were done. She scored 6 out of 6 on the HGN. She did not have vertical gaze nystagmus, and officers observed a lack of convergence. They were not able to do the walk and turn and one leg stand due to her injuries of a broken arm and sternum. There was a blood warrant and residual search warrant that were done, and her blood, Your Honor, came back at a 0.025 for ethanol, and she had. Yes, 0.25, yes, sir. And then she had marijuana and cocaine in her system.
And what's the offer you have that worked out?
We worked out an 18-month probation offer with 7 days as a condition, Your Honor.
That's not in the fact that there's a dead body in this case. Why is it not an intoxication?
It's a causation issue, Judge. We looked at it for an upgrade, is my understanding, because the other vehicle was on the roadway. Legally speaking, there's a causation problem, Judge, so that's why we came to the agreement that we have the families on board.
I'm not, sorry, I'm not gonna take it. You have a dead body here. She has cocaine in the system. She's got booze in the car while she's driving and a dead body. I'm not down with that. No, we're gonna have to do something else, but I would be remiss, a week.
Why is her attorney just sitting there just smiling? Did y'all notice that? Like, it feels like, for one, I don't really like I normally like I did a couple of his videos. And I like kind of how he judge and stuff like that, or certain situations. Some people like honestly they need to get it. Some people he should get a little bit more, but he kind of lean it down a little bit like that. Like get it, this and that, blah 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 blah. But in this situation, it's like it's times when I look at the person that after the city is going off for the charges and stuff like that, and I look at the person that's getting accused of these charges and stuff like that, and I'll also look at their attorney. And normally, time looking at those two, not even looking at the judge, the judge just stare at him. Like if you watch him, he's literally sitting there just staring at her, watching her, like how she acts and stuff like that. I don't really look at the judge. I don't really care about him. I literally look at the person that's getting accused of the charges and their attorney. Because normally, if the person's sitting there like, man, I don't give a fuck, what's up, like all this other weird shit, then I'm like, okay, cool. That person probably fucking did that. You know what I mean? Now look at the attorney, and the attorney's coming back like, you know what I mean? Like they're, interrupting the other person, like trying to, debate and stuff like that. I'm like, okay, that attorney trying to, he working, he working. But when I look at this attorney, he just sitting there just smiling. Like, I'm gonna wind it back just a little bit. I just want y'all to look at him. He just like not waving, but he's just smiling, like he's just like having a good time. Like it's just like this is free money for him. Like I'm gonna go back some. Just look at him. He just looking around the courtroom, smiling, like, hey, how you doing? Like just like it's just another day.
Driving and a dead body. I'm not down with that. No, we're gonna have to do something else, but I would be remiss, a week in jail where we have a dead body.
Just
Yes, sir.
smiling, looking around.
And to me, just because you're 9 months pregnant doesn't factor anywhere in my mind, Ms. Sanchez. Ma'am, look at me. While you're about to give life, you took someone else's life. I'm sorry. How many lives are now ruined because of this? Not only yours, how about everybody else? Every single day in Harris County, someone is maimed because of the DWI. It's sick that we lead the nation in fatalities. And I don't know why they can't prove causation.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. Now I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna see if I can
The
find it.
nation in fatalities.
Here though, pause. It says, is it just me or is the PD PD smirkling? Yes. I literally just said this halfway through it. It seems like the entire time he was sitting there just like smiling the entire time. Like it was just like I thought that was weird to me. Like he was just smiling the entire time. Well, not smiling, smirking, I guess. I mean, it seems like he was just sitting there, just like having a good old time. Like, oh yeah, this is easy money. I already know she's going to jail. I'm just showing up just to get this paycheck, like this quick. I'm here to represent her, so I'm just going to do my job and get this free. Like it's just, I don't know if that's the case, but it just seems more like it just like I don't know why in this situation requires a smirk on your face. Like none of this is funny. Like she has cocaine, weed. I think he said alcohol and something else in her fucking system and she's pregnant. She's sitting there playing a whole nurturing her fucking stomach and shit. Like no one gives a fuck about that. Like you killed someone. Like not like all that shit is out the window. Like no one cares. I'm sorry. You giving birth. That I hope that child has a wonderful, wonderful opportunity in life. I really do. I hope the dad is in her in the child's life. That will help a lot with this case. But he will have he or she will have a father there to help her through till the mom get out of jail. I mean, depending on, I mean, the judge seemed like he about to put the pause on her. So, I mean, if she get out of jail or whatever situation, they have some support system. You get what I'm saying? Not the child being pushed out of her while she's incarcerated and the child being put into foster care or whatever the case may be. I don't even know they do that with babies when that just come out of the like if a person that's locked up been pregnant. I don't even want to look that up because I think that'll piss me the fuck off. I don't even want to look that up. Never mind. This ignore that thought. Ignore that thought. I'm just gonna jump into it. I don't want to think about that.
And I don't know why they can't prove causation to charge you with intoxication manslaughter. But to me, a week is insufficient. It's not enough.
Yes, sir.
So,
We'll go back to the drawing board and get
Go
a
back,
recent judge.
but-
Yes, sir.
I'm ready to set this case for trial now. So unless we can work something out today, I'm saying it gets set today.
Yes, sir. All right, thank you, Judge.
Your Honor, I understand that a fatality did occur, but the reason why they weren't able to charge my client with intox manslaughter is because this accident was unavoidable. If you're
Unavoidable?
yes, sir. At the time of this accident, it was unavoidable. What ended up happening is that the deceased party spun out in front of her, and she was just going straight. The only thing that she did wrong at the day and time was drive a vehicle.
With cocaine, alcohol in her system, beer in the car at a .20. Let me ask you something. Have you ever done breath test? Have you?
I swear they said that too. It was what did they say it was a 2.0? But then again, I think he said, let me go back. Because I don't think it was a 0.025. I mean, still it's high. I think the limit for should be what, 0.08 or something like that, or zero. I don't know. I don't drink, so I don't know. But I don't know. I'm not even gonna dig too deep in
You
that.
ever blown into a breath test machine? Have you ever done those wet labs? You ever done that?
Your Honor. Okay.
I'm serious, really.
Okay.
Have you ever done it?
I'll go one further, Your Honor. Before being a defense attorney, I was a lieutenant with HPD.
Okay.
So I'm above and beyond. I spent 3 years doing accident division. So not only did I investigated these. So my knowledge is probably more superior than anybody in the room. I spent 3 years picking up dead bodies. And that is a true and factual statement I'm making before the court. So yes, sir, I have.
I did, as part of training when I was a defense lawyer, I went to these classes where we took the breath test machines apart, did all kinds of experiments, did these drinking wet labs where you drink and then you blow into the machine. And the one time we did it, we downed a bunch of booze and I blew into the machine and I was lit, right? And I blew a 14. And I was lit, man. And all I did was I blew a 14, right? 0.14. She's at a 0.2.
0.025, Judge. 0.025.
0.02.
Yes, sir.
Okay. I thought you said 0.20.
No, sir, no, it's 0.025 with the cocaine and THC.
No, so she's not 3 times or 4 times over the legal limit, Your Honor.
Okay. So I was right. It was a 0.2. I was right. I heard him say something about 2.0 or 0.2 or something like that she blew. And I couldn't get it in my head. Like I didn't want to go back too far and hear her saying all that blah 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 blah. But yeah, him smirking is like very confusing to me. Like I feel like he's taking this as a game or something. I don't know. I would be very worried if I was her looking over and seeing my person that is representing me. Yeah, he has some good qualifications and stuff like that, whatever. But if I look over to him, he's just something like this smirking, like it will make me feel uncomfortable. Like, please take this serious, my guy. Like, I'm trying to get out of this situation, even though I don't think she is. But yeah, it is. He's definitely smirking. Maybe he always does this, but this is no laughing matter. True. Maybe I mean people who smirk under like being um um what you call it being in a like it's like kind of like a anxiety thing or being like maybe they nervous so they smirk a little bit or maybe like like they feel uncomfortable so they smirk. Do you ever feel like when someone do something or say something to you it's kind of like yes you make you uncomfortable or something like that but you kind of laugh it off or smirk it off or something like that? Maybe that's his situation, like he's nervous so he's kind of just smirking or laughing. I don't know, but I wouldn't say laughing but smirking. I don't know. I just find it weird too. Yeah, she's cooked, man. She's cooked. She is cooked. Cocaine, weed, and alcohol, and something else.
We were discussing about Ms. Sanchez. We were discussing when for you to do your jail time. Should we have you do it immediately to where you have the baby in jail? Is that cruel and unusual punishment? But then again, is a dead body cruel and unusual punishment? You know, what's fair? What's not fair? I don't know. All I know is that you're charged with DWI. There's a dead body, but they just can't prove causation. And that's why you're not charged with manslaughter. But the fact remains is that we have a dead body. How do we reconcile that? You know, you're pregnant now, and I truly hope that you've treated your body well throughout that pregnancy. Because if you haven't, and you've used anything while you're on probation, you're guaranteeing yourself a life of babysitting of a potential baby that will have developmental, potential psychological, physiological issues that you'll have to babysit for the rest of your life, which is punishment in and of itself. It's not fun. You're charged with driving while intoxicated. You're facing up to 6 months in jail and or a $2,000 fine. The agreement that you guys have worked out is 30 days in jail as a condition to probation for 18 months. As part of the probation, does she have any prior DWI staff?
No, Judge.
Any other criminal history?
Juvenile history only, Your Honor, but nothing DWI.
What all were you wanting done on the probation? Correct.
Yes, sir. We are asking for DWI education class, a victim impact panel, guardian interlock, no refusal, no drugs or alcohol, random UAs, 80 hours of community service, and a $300 donation to MAP.
Is this how you understand the conditions, Ms. Sanchez? I will keep you to it strictly. I'm going to monitor you myself. You will report to me here to the court so that I make sure everything gets done well. If you are not in compliance, I will issue a warrant for your arrest. You will be put into jail, and then you'll be facing up to 180 days in jail. If you test positive for alcohol or any kind of drugs, I will put you in a treatment facility in the jail. Do you understand, ma'am? No alcohol, no dope, no driving. You must have what does she have now? Does she have a scram right now? Has she had, do we know if she's had any violations while she's been on? I don't think so,
I
right?
don't
She hasn't
see
any
any, Judge, no.
Okay.
She has a scram device at this time, Your Honor.
We're gonna have to figure out something about as far as the baby situation with the interlock
Yes, sir.
or with the portable device. I will follow the state's agreement here. But like I said, I'm keeping you close to me. From now on, you'll be facing a minimum of 30 days in jail if you ever pick up another DWI. Do you understand? You give up the right to a trial, right to compel witnesses to testify on your behalf, confront and cross-examine your accusers. If you're not a citizen, if possible immigration consequence, you can be deported, excluded from the country, denied naturalization under federal law. Hey, if you can do the repeat offender, do you get the education class? Did you say victim impact panel?
That's right.
How many?
One.
One victim impact panel. You will be required to do a TRAS, which is an evaluation to see what other conditions you may need. You must fulfill those conditions. Guardian interlock, no drugs, alcohol, random UA. When are you set to deliver, ma'am? What day?
August 28th.
When do you think we should do the time?
Speak.
If I could request anything, Your Honor, it'd be the beginning of the year, in January 2025, the start of the year. That gives her time to nurse her baby and everything else.
She must get it done within 6 months. Okay. All right, ma'am, how do you plead to the offense guilty or not guilty? And we'll find you guilty. We'll send you to the disagreement. Good luck to you, ma'am. Please see the clerk. Right, I'll let her choose a date. She has up to 6.
Damn. Weed, cocaine, alcohol. In your system, you're pregnant. You're honestly, I already don't know what to say about that. And then someone died in the process for it. Granted, they said something about it was two different stories. They said that she said originally that she was driving, she swerved out of the way, out of something like that, and impact the car that the other guy was in. I believe. And then I believe the other one, what her attorney said was she was driving straight. The other car was swerving. She was driving straight, and one of them hitting the car was unavoidable. But if she's drunk, have cocaine and weed in her system, I don't think her reaction would be the most quickest. Maybe some cocaine and weed, maybe. I don't know. Maybe her reaction would be like fucking like that. Maybe. I don't know. But alcohol, I don't know. That will slow you the fuck down. So um I honestly don't even know what to say about that. She's pregnant with that in her body. Man. I'll see you on the next one.